should be a busy man out of the backfield. It's the Vikings and the Packers, and it's all up next.
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at US Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. They've been buoyed by getting 2 home games right at the start, and they come off a good victory in week 1.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Packers, they come into this one after a loss in the opener, and they're in for another tough test here.
And what a battle for an organization to look at your schedule and see 2 road games to start the season and not have a letdown immediately. You've got to fight against that. They've got to come out ready to play.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And they'll be let out by their 3rd-year quarterback.
And he was terrific in the opener, threw 3 touchdown passes, and make no mistake about it, he was eager to get right back out and do it again. So I think we'll see him try to test the secondary quite a bit as this game goes on.
Ready up! Here we go, here we go!
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. Second and 7 from the 20. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. Oh, good move. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. So that one just a little touch pass, but it paid off quite handsomely.
Yeah, let's face it, the quarterback loves it because it pads his stats as a completed pass for nice yardage downfield. But I like the way they get the receiver in motion. It's almost like he's running a route before he gets the football because he's got a full head of steam when the ball is popped in his direction.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback. So a nice bounce back there defensively after giving up the big play.
Yeah, you can either get down on yourself or you can get motivated. And that time, they dropped him for a loss. So I would say that they got motivated and made the play.
He was able to pick up 6 yards there, so that leaves him with a 3rd and 13.
For the first 30, nicely bit off. A pretty decent game.
3rd down and 13. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Open man, he's got Jefferson across the formation. Needed 13, they got 14 on 3rd down. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up third down on the sack.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's fourth down.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Quay Walker, and the Packers will take over here just shy of the 30. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
So now it's the Packers' turn to go on offense for the first time. And a glance at the tall signal caller, standing 6'6".
I think the hope was to let him sit and learn for a bit, but he was thrown right into the... One. Now we'll see what kind of lessons he's learned as he prepares for his second start in the NFL.
Throwing to start the drive. Pace. Pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. So, Charles, this, game number 2 in the NFL career, this rookie quarterback, his guys took the loss in the opener. And when asked after that game by reporters how he did, he was pretty curt. He said, not well. What did you see?
Well, first and foremost, I loved his answer to...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Give that sack to Harrison Phillips, the big man. Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You got to sell it.
And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And while all of that was going on, we have an injured player out there in need of some attention. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Operating from the gun. Pace. And that nearly intercepted. Well, for a guy who offense hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. And instead, it's fourth down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. We'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. They were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper. A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice game.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find a way to take it.
Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. Starting drive number 2 off on the right foot. Completion for the first down. Drive 1 is they had to be pretty frustrating because they moved the football. They just didn't get any points out of it.
But warm-up QB2, let's bring in the backup. I mean, my goodness, you take them downfield and you don't score points. You know I'm being totally facetious here, right? I'm just kidding. Nice first drive. Rarely do teams score on every single drive in a game, but they like what they did there. They just hope they can pay it off this time with some points.
They'll come up 2nd and 7. They'll set up to throw. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. And he's going to be taken out of bounds, but not before he gets this all the way down to the 10. A big play there for Minnesota. 48 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got it? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Now back to throw. This one brought in by Jefferson. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that will bring up 2nd down. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. That's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. Sort of interesting going with a draw play there. Do you like that call?
I don't, but it would be a lot more powerful coming from me if I'd said it before the play actually happened, if I'd first guessed it. But look, a draw in that situation, heavy risk-reward. If he walks in, it looks like a great call, doesn't it?
Yeah, instead brings up a tough 4th down. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. We're scoreless after 1. With the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. They'll go again to Jones. Breaks a tackle, and he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They go play action here on first down. Complete to Myers, the tight end. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it's second down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential, but when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
On second down, it's Jones. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw him right there. But how about what we did see? Pursue, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
On third down, pace. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. Now he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10.
Got ready.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll start with the option. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves it with 2 to go on second down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it. And while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They decided the opportunity.
O'Connell clearly unhappy with that call, and he's thrown that red challenge flag out on the field.
Previous play is under review.
And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over.
Yeah, remember now, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear video evidence to the contrary. And I give these officials a lot of credit. Such a tough and demanding job. You and I both know that. Yeah, they make the right call way more often than they get it wrong.
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have 1 challenge remaining. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's got some space here. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Obviously an important run to avoid the 3 and out on your own side of the field.
Shows a lot of faith in that offensive unit, doesn't it? That you want to run the ball in that situation, pick up the first down. Also helps out your defensive guys a little bit too. Allows them to get at least 1 more series of downs in order to get some rest.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. In motion left goes a tight end. On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Give him 4 yards as he does it himself, and it's a first down. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 54 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
I hope we're giving enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough at run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Touchdown! A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings post the first points in the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover it, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive in total 8 plays, and it's polished off by a Viking score. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood. Well, they've got the lead, but it's certainly not a big one. And how do you keep control of that lead? Certainly not by that last play there. They gave up a big sack on the first play of this drive. Now it's double the distance to the first down marker.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Back to throw. Pace. Over the middle, complete. It's Ford. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team, but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first. Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. Now they trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Looking to throw. Pace. Throw right side, hauled in by Dobbs. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jones. And it's a Packers touchdown. Aaron Jones, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
Holding, receiving team.
They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
So the hold on special teams backs him up all the way inside the 15 to start. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Hands it off out of the gun. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Let's go now.
Here's 3rd and 7. Back to throw. And this incomplete. Oh, my. He might have been celebrating in the end zone if he'd held on. Nearly picked, but instead, it'll bring up 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter, standing just about on his own goal line. Taken from just outside the 30. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it'll be Packer football here, 1st down and 10. The Packers with a football here late in this first half. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Packers with a football here late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a 1-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. Now a look at the backup, Jordan Love. That's complete to Dobbs. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Love. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On 1st and 10, Love throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Second and 10. Again, it's Love. Over the middle, he completes it to Robinson. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as he'll try to get 3 before half. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. Patterson's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll get things started up at Ford Field in Detroit, where it was the visiting Cardinals who get the road victory. Tyler Algier, a touchdown run in the victory. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Terry McLaurin, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's get to the Windy City to see what's happening with the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And they were losers in that ball game to the visiting New Orleans Saints. A field goal was the difference. 27-24, the final. Final adjustments being made in the locker rooms. We're just about ready for the second half from Minneapolis. And for the call, let's rejoin Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter of what's been a tight contest so far. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Packer offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. But Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. The gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's not locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
But that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
And it's pretty evident that this passing game has been frustrated so far. They haven't really moved the ball the way we might have expected, but this is a good pickup here for the first down.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Operating from the gun, Pace. Drops it to Jones in the flat. Going to get a break here for an injury. Aaron Jones is in some discomfort down on the field. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. Off play action, Pace. And this one incomplete, threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Now face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Underneath to Spiller. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half.
Hold the check. Go check.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. A free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. They'll look to throw here. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 12 yards there. 1st down, Vikings.
You want to see a defensive coordinator get upset and throw his headset? This is the kind of play that'll do it. You force 3rd and long. This is almost sort of a give-up play. You're just hoping to get something positive, and it winds up breaking big, and they convert on 3rd down.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. He's been able to get it up past the 45. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know as a defender it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that went quite well.
And it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Well, plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Still 2nd down.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Right back to Spiller on 2nd down. And he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
A tough spot here. 3rd and 15. Back to throw. Pace. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to gallop the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And now out comes Minnesota. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Let's go. Let's go do this thing, baby. Let's go.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. Kyle Duggar up to make the tackle.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
Check mash, check mash.
2nd and 15. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll be out right at the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
Sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
He'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Now an option play on 2nd down. And breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. Still going. He may go. Touchdown, Vikings. Their mobile, agile quarterback. 69 yards. And the Vikings are able to add on to that lead.
Brandon, you and I have called a lot of college football in our day, but on Sundays, here in the NFL, doesn't it look a lot like what we used to see on Saturdays when we called those games?
Yeah, option plays just like we saw. That was a long touchdown of the option. What you taught me, though, defensively, you get your eyes in the wrong place on a play like that, you're in trouble.
What's the term that's in vogue in the NFL? Eye violations. The offense wants you to put your eyes in the wrong spot so that they can appear in others.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is up to 8. So that drive, 4 plays, and a pretty good run there in the end to top it off. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They got to get going.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field. for a big gainer and a first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, a run by Spiller. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
Now a throw here, hauled in. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
On first down, pace. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, a give to Spiller. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now, it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they had to go the length of the field last time out to get into the end zone. And with this starting field position, they're going to have to pretty much do it again.
And I think the thought process going into it is, hey, if you have to be methodical, go ahead and do that. But what you really want are a couple of big plays. Eat up chunks of yardage and cut down the number of times you have to snap the football.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They run a draw here on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. That is caught, and he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Another one on this play for Justin Jefferson. He'll take it down before they work it across midfield. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself, because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
On the ready.
This 2nd and 4.
They'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. Calling a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone that has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th.
And he'll decide to keep this once more.
And he will score! Touchdown, Vikings! It's their quarterback with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Vikings are on their way to a 2-0 start.
Well, Charles, he's already proven that he's not afraid to tuck that football down on the option, and he's into the end zone for the 2nd time in the game.
And that's exactly what you need from your quarterback. The ability to run the ball fearlessly. And in fact, many quarterbacks will tell you running the football doesn't scare them. Standing in the pocket and taking blindside hits, that's what terrifies them.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings moving away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd down and 7.
Looking to throw. Pace. His throw incomplete.
Well, that's a defense coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw. Pace. And that will be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Straight ahead, it's Spiller.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
They'll go right back to Spiller here on 1st next play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Looking to throw. Pace. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Back to throw. Pace. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they will advance this across midfield, but still well shy of a first as he's tackled at the 47. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Here's a handoff out of the gun. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
They'll set up a throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
On 3rd and 2, Pace on the screen, complete to Spiller. And he's going to have the Packers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
Offside. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Packers get a bit closer. And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for one here. As this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
On second down, here's the option. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now he'll try to run with this. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Couple of plays sent him the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. He'll drop to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
The Vikings send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. "51 yards on the punt there. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So the Packers down by 8, a little under a minute to go. They need a touchdown and, of course, the 2-point conversion as well. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Back to throw. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play, they were so backed up, it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play. case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
So for Minnesota, they used a favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Roger. 37 degrees. Это дело очень такое сложное, современное. Where go, same time, where go. Ну, скафандр, строит таким, помогает космонавтам. Roger, 1202, we got it. Любой ситуации, не только